Alright guys, here we go. Australia versus Sweden, round 1 on Jambi. And here we go, Australia starting as Marines down in Docking Bay, and over in Pipeworks we got Sweden starting as Aliens. Got the Australia doing a 2-2-1 split, going straight for gravity.
The Aliens are on a 2-2 split too.
We got negative B in supply lines up against Wiry, taking a couple pot shots down the hallway. Commanders are, the Sweden commander is going into Oxy right now, sending a drifter straight to waste recycling. And we got Woot and Kerr for Australia in trash ejection, moving into Baywing, which is a very strong position, by the way, to have a phase gate, because that really locks off waste recycling.
Oh, yes. And if the Marines can hold X like they do now, the Aliens will gonna have a hard time to get a foothold on the map.
So we just saw that skirmish go down in X, where one of the Australian Marines went down. Sweden now moving into gravity. We got B1, Crow and Biz chomping on that RT, and we got two Marines, Woot and Kerr, coming into waste recycling, where a blueprint for an RT just went down.
And we see two Marines getting back to gravity again.
Yeah, so far Sweden doing a good job running around the map with this skulk pack, just biting on these RTs. Woot now coming back. Looks like he's not going to go and save that RT. They're just going to build this one in waste recycling and say screw the one in Baywing. Nez coming around the corner, taking a couple pot shots at Bismuth. Still see Organ Donation has a Hydra farm and Clog Wall up. Couple Hydras up in Oxy as well.
So what we can see from the Marine play is that they are not that aggressive than we saw, for example, for the South Korean guys that only goes for the alien RTs, so they play more defensive.
Yeah, so B1 and Bismuth just taking down that extractor over in repairs, and Croak taking down the extractor in gravity. Sweden is all over the place taking down these extractors, but I'm very surprised that Australia is getting these back up so quickly. I've seen so far 3 have went down, and they're still at 4 with one, with one up or going up. 2 now.
Yeah. So now we can see Kerr and his buddy trying to get into oxygenation, but Scram did it, and now he's harassing waste recycling.
Yep, Scram moving into waste recycling. We got Wiry down in supply lines. Over in, we got Nez coming in through Baywing, moving into waste recycling. Let's try to get his look. If you guys can look at waste recycling here, from the top-down view it looks pretty clear, but you guys can see here that actually in here is very, like, there's crap all over the place. So when you see them trying to shoot something from across the way, and you're wondering why they can't hit them, you can see all those pillars in there. So it's really tough. Negative B, an outsider now moving into Skylight's going to meet Croak, who's right there on the top, waiting to set up an ambush. He's just going to watch them go by as they go into Organ Donation. He's going to come up right behind them and try to sneak up while they take on this Hydra farm. They're going to walk right by it and see him. Wow, they flew right by that, and now they're just going to snipe it from this doorway. Very nice. Croak and Mello on the outside, trying to figure out when they're going to engage.
Wow, nice cleanup from Sweden.
And very patient from Sweden, too, waiting for the other life forms to come in. You saw Croak there, just waiting for Wiry and the other Skulk to come in there and finish him off. Nez taking down Bismuth in trash ejection. And now we have a little bit of a forward base, or of an armory going down to waste recycling to establish this as a base. You know, this is a pretty large map, Dangio. I'm curious. Well, actually, Well, okay. I'm curious as to why I don't see. I usually see fast phase gates on this map, unless you're very, very confident that your Marines will win most of the engagements and not be sent back to spawn.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, the time you took from docking bay to wave is pretty long. So, you will have problems if you can't get the phase gates on this map.
Yeah, we're seeing waste recycling just got cleaned up by Sweden. Sweden also cleans up the Australian offensive there in organ donation. So we got Savage, Nez up against B1 there, takes him down. And wow, you know what? They save waste recycling, but here comes the two lurks. Nez is not going to be enough.
No.
Ends up going down, and there goes that armory. Two more Marines pouring into waste recycling right now. Kerr and Woot.
Yeah, but now the Australians know that they want to drop the hive in waste recycling and try to get as many Marines as they can there to defend it.
Oh, and there it goes. Hive down in waste recycling. Got a little bit of a skirmish happening. Bismuth versus Nez, taking down Nez. Bismuth with just 2% life, down in supply lines, and 10% on that RT. That's going to end up going down. We got a double lurk play that's defending here in waste recycling. They just take down Outsider. Australia really losing. They lost map control. However, they're doing really well in resource nodes. They got 5 down versus and 1 blueprint versus just 3 for Sweden.
Yeah, and now we see the observation coming up after 7 minutes in the game. It's quite late for this map.
These two lurks up against Kerr and Woot, who basically defended themselves there. There is the phase tech that has started. So they got a pretty good amount of upgrades, Australia. They should, because they've had like pretty good money flow throughout this whole thing. Let's take a look at this map. Take me through the resource map.
The resource map. Okay. Yeah, we see the Marines lost 8 RTs while the aliens are only losing 1 RT. We're sitting on 345 res for the Marines, 189 for the aliens. Team kills are pretty even with 15-20, or in favor of the aliens. So the aliens might have an advantage of the resources. Now sitting on 4 harvester, not losing much RTs. But with the shotguns and level 1 upgrades, weapons, it will change.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw that go off in Gravity, where Australia just ruined them with those shotguns. Negative B over an offload gets eaten alive by those two lurks. In terms of upgrades, they got Armor 2 coming up, and like you said, shotguns, weapons 1, mines, and phase gates now. Gorge tunnels are, have been up for Sweden, and they linked up waste recycling and pipeworks, which is going to give them a lot of defensive mobility around the map. These two lurks now over in Bay Wing, just passing by that 62% RT up against Woot and Kerr with shotguns. Those lurks better be careful as they come in here, and they're going to apply pressure on waste recycling, and these lurks come, and everybody comes into Gravity right now. Nice countering. Ghost 3 comes through. They're turning this phase gate into a meat grinder. Phase gate down in Gravity. Woot and Kerr coming around, and they're just going to be way too late.
Yeah, and we saw the fade drop somewhere on the map, so we have 1 fade egg on the map somewhere. Sitting on 4 RTs at this time is pretty good for the aliens, so Australia needs to harass more RTs to get the foothold on the map.
Yeah, I agree. You basically got Australia scrambling to try to get a foothold. They're winning in the resource game, which could help them later on, right? But now they got shotguns on the field, but now there's fades on the field. Now that fade doesn't have blink yet. About halfway done, but still really, really dangerous. And here comes Sweden coming into gravity. They're going to be taking down this power node here. Power is down. Kerr and Woot are coming in, but they're going to be a little bit too late. I'm going to show you how dark it is in here until the emergency lighting comes on. There's Woot up against the Fade, and Kerr is trying to back him up. This Fade is shadow stepping back and forth with support from this Lurk. They're just trying to live. Nice job there.
All right, and my game crashed, of course. While this
attack I'll keep it going for you. Alright, so we see 2 Lurks, Kroko, and Wiry over in offload up against Nez. These guys are pretty low. Nez ends up going down. Do see Power trying to go back up in gravity. Bismuth runs in there against 2 Shotgun Marines, which just is not good anytime you do that. Mellow now with Blink in gravity, figuring out where to hit. It looks like he's going to support Electrical Core. Nice job. Kroko takes down Outsider. You're seeing the view from Mellow as they take down negative B, and this Phase Gate and Electrical Core with a Fade and 2 Lurks is going to end up going down. Got Outsider coming through. If these Australia streams in 1 by 1, this is not going to be good.
Yeah, streaming 1 by 1 through a Phase Gate is not good at all. You have to group up first, otherwise it's just kill grinding for the aliens.
Wow, I am pretty amazed that Sweden just kind of gave up on the Electrical Core push. They could have had that, but they spread out. Now they're going against RTs. We see that Fade against an RT there. Repair is going down. They got Australia. You know what I like about this? 2 Fades now on the field. What I like about this is they're pulling Australia all over the map right now to either make a decision. Either you're going to be on the offensive or you're going to protect your resources.
Yeah, exactly. And now we see a free Marine push into waste recycling.
Negative B, Kerr and Woot. Alright, against Kroko, Wiry, and Scram, who's in the hive. Here they come. They're at that doorway, kind of like, this is that point where you're like, do we push in, or do we not? Do we push in, or do we not?
I mean, it's now the time to push in, because if we see the Fates are trying to get down the Phase Gate in Electrical Core, the Skulk in Gravity, so they need their move now into waste recycling.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like this, like wasting so much time in Baywing figuring out what to do. There comes an armory there, which they're not going to build. Either that was a misdrop or they'll just build it later. We do have the 2 Fades moving into Skylights, moving into Electrical Core, coming in there against that Phase Gate. That's going to almost go down 10%. Phase Gate down in Electrical Core.
Now they're going for the RT, 2 Marines in Gravity, trying to keep the Phase Gate there.
And this offensive in Baywing has stopped. Oh, they're building up a Phase Gate. Kerr and Woot building up a Phase Gate in Baywing. This is a strong location for a Phase Gate. It really puts a lot of pressure on waste recycling and forces the alien team to make a decision. Either they're going to counter or try to take down their base. Where?
Lurk down on waste recycling.
Oh, Lurk down in waste recycling. Yep, there it is, right here. So that Lurk went down as they pushed in. Here they come. All of Australia up against the waste recycling hive. We're seeing Sweden trying to scramble to get this down. You see Wiry in there. Outsider goes down. Nez go down. Woot takes down Scram. Kroko takes down Woot. And they do push out that offensive in waste recycling, but they did lose a Lurk in that play. And now moving into Baywing.
Mellow is down!
Mellow is down right here on the bottom of the stairwell. They do lose a Fade. That is going to hurt them. Great win there for Australia. Very strong location here in Baywing. Love this location because it's constant pressure. You keep pushing back these Marines. They respawn phase right through. So it's going to be really hard to... Oh no! B1 in Baywing really low. Gets out of there just in time as the other Marines came around the corner. Wow.
Yeah, meanwhile the Gravity Phase Gate is down. The Marine sitting now on 3 Harvester only, and trying to push that waste recycling hive.
Here comes another big push for Marines in waste recycling, 97% on that hive. Here comes Sweden trying to stop this from going. Negative B takes down Kroko. Nice shot there. Outsider takes down Scram. Eggs are going down. There's a fade.
And lurk down.
Oh, and the lurk goes down in there as well. They're losing life forms left and right. The whole team is dead except 2 fades, B1 and Bismuth. Great job, Australia. Oh!
Bismuth is down.
Bismuth is down. Fades are dropping like crazy here in waste recycling. B1 is the only fade left. Oh my gosh, what an engagement. Australia really turning it around. They lost map control, but they really got it back here with killing all those life forms, which is so costly to Sweden.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, even sitting on 4 RTs, losing so much life forms in one push is not good for your economy.
Yeah, and we're seeing Kerr, Outsider, and Woot backed up by Negative B here, pushing in again, yet another offensive that Sweden has to push back. Oh no. And we have an Onos on the field in the form of Mello. This may save them. There he is. He came through the gorge tunnel. Oh, this may change the game for them. They have 2 fades. One of them was a T-Res fade. B1 is on 65 P-Res. They have 3 fades now. Bismuth on a T-Res fade. Wow!
Yeah.
Look at Sweden! Take it back!
Nice.
Holy cow! Holy cow! Sweden just was on the defense there, losing life forms left and right, and just in a few minutes, they are back to 3 fades on the field and an Onos.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. That's what I said. Sitting on 4 RTs at this point of time is just destroying.
Yeah, you know, Australia now, look, they see that Onos, there's the advanced armory going up. They need to get a prototype lab up. They need to get jetpacks on the field to counter this. 4 fades and an Onos on the field.
Oh,
wow. Great move for Sweden. Amazing.
It's going to harass the RTs from the Marines.
Yep, harassing the one there in Pub, Kroko in Electrical Core. They lost, that base is completely lost in Baywing. We got Nez and Wood finding a drifter, but they do know that they're there, so they probably know that they're trying to reestablish there. Another offensive here by Australia, Outsider and Kerr taking little pot shots at Electrical Core, but B1 and Kroko blinking in and out. Whoa, they gotta watch out. They didn't do any swipes there. They just kind of passed by. I was saying hi.
And we see the electrical core hive is dropped.
Very nice. 15% grown on the electrical core hive. Outsider and Kerr right outside. They do have a scan down. They do know that that hive is there. And we got Nez and Woot moving into trash ejection into Baywing, where Mello and Scram are in there. The prototype lab has been completed. Australia needs to use the 4 RTs that they have, 3 RTs that they have, very quickly. They got to use this wisely. There's jetpacks. They knew they needed that. 4 fades now coming into gravity.
They have to push it away. They have to push it away.
Oh, wow. I mean, I have not seen a recovery in that, a recovery like that, Dangio. I don't think ever. In all my matches that I have casted, I have never seen a recovery like that. Losing all those life forms and then, bam, just pushing it back, gaining all those life forms back, and taking out that base all in like one fell swoop.
Yes, yes. I mean, they were all team res life forms. If I watch now the res for the aliens, I mean, Kroko on 17 res, Wiry on 24, B1 on 84, Bismuth on 78. So they're gonna have 2 more Onos if this game will. I don't know. Yeah.
Very
My
good.
English.
Yeah. Kroko and Bismuth taking down the RT there. We got the Onos coming in to Gravity, backed up by Wiry. We got Outsider and Nez. Outsider just went through the phase gate. Jetpacks has just been completed, so they are back in their base, grabbing jetpacks, and getting back out on the field. Now...
And we see B1 down as a fate.
Oh, where did that happen?
In repairs.
Oh, boy.
Killed by negative B with a pistol.
Missed that. Sorry, guys. Alright, so we are seeing now in supply lines, Bismuth and Kroko up against Nez with a shotgun. Getting them down pretty good. Outsider coming around the corner just a little bit late. Seeing a lot of cat and mouse happening right now.
Yeah,
so
but
they're kind of sitting outside bases, figuring out what to do. We do see a healing base right there, building up in or built in north of Gravity in security.
Yeah, but if we look on the map, the aliens are definitely under favor now with 6 RTs, having the most of the map.
Yeah, losing that Bay Wing push there, that really hurt them. And now here comes Outsider with a jetpack in electrical core, backed up by negative B. Bismuth. Now these guys are crack shots, man. They've taken out a lot. Oh my gosh, we have another Onos on the field.
Yes.
Oh
and
my goodness.
Gets Wiry down 6%. 6%.
And there we go. 2 Onos, 3 Onos, Scram, Mellow, and B1. Oh my god, what a game!
Nice.
Sweden wins round 1. Amazing.
Great game.